Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. It has been another hectic week, to put the words politely. Too many irons in the fire. I went after the two little John Deere 60 and 70 riding mowers. We took a field trip. I got a few things at a few antique stores. We went to Omaha, Nebraska. It's called the Old Market. It's probably 9 blocks of the old original buildings of Omaha. There's all kinds of little shops. We went to an antique store that was way overpriced. Went to a candy store that had like records and stuff and signs. Really neat. I mean, they got a whole arcade of the antique pinball machines, you know, old school stuff. So it was really neat. Big candy store with, you can look that stuff up. You can Google it, Old Marketplace. And you can actually get a map. They have parking meters. Might as well put that in there too. I don't get paid to tell anybody all this stuff. They have parking meters. It's only 75 cents an hour. Well, the 3 stores we went to was like one across the street, an antique store. Then there was a place called Joe's. I call it Joe's Junk Shop. It just starts with the name Joe's. That was my favorite. We went down the basement hole of this building and dark in there, and I was rooting through more garbage than you can imagine. And the guy sitting there watching behind the counter there, and he says, root through everything. Just dig through everything. I was digging through all kinds of stuff. I want to go back there someday because we was getting about tired. And we did go eat at a Cracker Barrel. Never ate at a Cracker Barrel before. So that was a big experience. I had the meatloaf. Gigantic hunk of meatloaf with mashed potatoes. I ended up bringing home what they call a doggy bag. They give you those little styrofoam containers. I brought my leftovers home and had it later. Okay. We'll start out with what I found at the junk shop, okay? Because we're going to get to the other stuff, and it's going to be, I got a hammer and a wrench, and they're grungy. My hands, I've been outside, I got rained out. I've been outside still moving some junk around and messing with the tractor and stuff, so. We'll start out with the first item here. Okay. Up in a little bin on a shelf, there was 2 of these travel alarm clocks, okay? Well, this one was in the box. If you don't know what a travel alarm clock is, we're going to show you. So, they're in the box, okay? Now, these instructions were inside the box. Okay? It's for a West clocks. I'm not going to take a picture of that. Well, these instructions were inside the watch case. Finney and Walker, made in Japan, okay? Here's the travel alarm clock. Now this works. It run 2 days on one wind-up. So, I haven't wound it up lately, but really cool. I had one of these when I was a kid. It was brown. Kind of a brown leatherette looking. But, they're pretty neat. Let me wind up just the alarm part. Well, it is wound up. Okay, let's put it on alarm and let's roll around so you can hear what it sounds like. They always tell you to go careful. Now it sounds different. There, it sounds better when you don't touch it. It's a separate wind for the alarm than what winds the time. And it's pretty accurate. I don't have to set it. It's set kind of fast. You want to wind up clock to run a little fast. Somebody's thinking, well, how's that work? No batteries. It's just kind of cheesy plastic. I don't know if people ever took the plastic out of here just to have that pretty stuff. But it's manly enough. Black, brass. A little scratched up where that's been put on there. Kind of neat, huh? It's squared. You notice how the numbers are? Glow in the dark, but it doesn't last real long. It was probably the really radioactive stuff back then. So that was the find of the day. $2. I'll brag about that because some of the stuff overpaid. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it. If I get this for $2, it was in the wrong box, but we don't care, do we? Because it's really neat. Okay. Then also I found this. Now this is a mystery tool. You tell me what this is. It's for grouting tile. Gave the man $1 for it. Because look at this nice handle. You know I'm going to repurpose it. Look at that nice handle. You know it's going to buff up like brand new. That was just a little light buffing. But what is it? No idea, huh? See how that's made? I'll give you plenty of views. Better than trying to take 100 pictures. You know, I almost think, I watched them gold prospectors where they dig gold out of the cracks of the boulders, and they'll make stuff out of like stainless pipe and stuff and rods, and they'll do this. So, guys that go out there and prospect gold, they take this tool with them. You better believe they would, because I've seen them made something like this on those TV shows. Okay, we'll pause and then we'll go off to a couple more items. Okay, I did try to clean my fingernails real quick. You know, it's just a thing. I don't like going, my God, I can't clean his fingernails. I got took on this. I'm not going to tell you what I gave for it. You know, it's just like a little Swiss Army type knife. Everything's super small. I had to peen the rivet down on the scissors to make them work. And the corkscrew's kind of bent over. We're kind of afraid to, you know, we're kind of afraid to mess with that. Another one of these with the screwdriver in the middle. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, your can opener, bottle opener. It does not open a pop bottle very easy because, believe me, I've already tried it. I have no idea what this means. If it's Brown and Bigelow, remember it's advertising. I mean, can you read that? I got took on this. I thought this was old. It is not old. It just depends on what you determine old from China. Because if you look it down on the blade where it says stainless China, I probably could take a picture of it. I don't know. Some of the first stuff, maybe it's older than what I think it is, even though it's imported. But still, you make a nice gift to give to somebody, you know. You could probably take that off of there, that writing. Instead of give it a gift to somebody, then you can probably tell them, you know, that's how I found it in a thrift store. Okay, this. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid. Prince Albert in the can. You ever hear that joke? Call up somebody. You have Prince Albert in a can? Let him out. He's probably going to suffocate. A little bit of rust. I mean, there's a little bit of rust down here on the bottom. And it's hard to open. Inside there's a little rust on the very bottom down here. It's so hard to open this without bending because it's been shut so long. I open it up. What you do is you push it up like this. So you ain't gonna be able to see down there, but there's a slight amount down there. I don't have a flashlight handy, but to kind of close it, you got to kind of fidget with it a little bit. When I was a kid, you'd put candy in here, gum, whatever. There's a few slight dents. See that? I'll show you the dents. And I didn't wax this. You can wax these, but I'm gonna put it on the shelf just because I had one when I was a kid. So that's kind of neat. I just had to have another one. I will tell you, I gave $8 for this. Okay, which I was glad to pay that. Okay, I paid $8 for that can. So won't tell you what I gave for the pocket knife. This was $1 from the junk shop place. I mean, $1. Can't pass it up. Okay, let's go to a hammer and a wrench that I found. Okay, Ben didn't have very many tools. He goes, well, I got one of them brace bits, you know, the old hand operator drill that would not be cranked, you know, boring holes in the logs for the log cabin. I'm way back in old woodworking tools. I just get ready to walk off the store because, you know, I got a bucket around here. It's got hammers in it. And he found it, kicking around. I walked right past it. He goes, hey, give me $2 for it. This is probably about a 2-pound hammer. It is a heavy old one. I have a brand new big ball peen hammer. But here's the nice part. Someone had stuck the head in here, okay, and they never did nothing with it. Never put no wedges or nothing. But it's cracked. Right here, we're going to spread that apart, and beans were rained out today. There might be pictures of this at the end of the video. There might be. Depends on whether it ever stops raining. Because I want to work on my little riding mower. I'm trying to get the deck of it off. I can't start the engine until I do a little work. So yeah, it's about 16 inches long. But it's got real sharp ridges. See that? Can you see the ridge to it? That's uncomfortable. I'm taking it off. I don't want that in my hand. And I even got big hands and it's too big. So, we will be gluing that together. It's a little bit gray down there, I think, to glue absorb. We're probably going to just use some white wood glue, Elmer's glue. We don't have wood glue. We really don't want to use super glue because that kind of stains your wood and it does come out. So, there's that. We'll put it back in here. We'll determine which way we want the handle to go, you know, how it fits and everything after we're done sanding on it. But yeah, that'll be a tool someday. That'll be like a winter tool restore project. So we'll get rid of that. Okay, I will not tell you what I paid for this. It was ridiculous. Trimont Manufacturing Company, Roxbury, Massachusetts. This site says Spud. This says Tremo. It says size 12-inch, capacity 2 5/8 inch. Something that's probably how you open the jaws. Patented 12/19 of 1911. I did wire brush it. It was about as scummy as this. This was about as scummy as this, so we could read it. But you know, some people call them a monkey wrench. I really don't, because I think technically a monkey wrench had like a wooden handle. It's not a pipe wrench. But I thought about using it for bending metal or tin, because I've used crescent wrenches before. I mean, this is really scummy and dirty. You can't hardly turn this wheel. I thought about using it for metal, like for bending metal. Here, maybe I can kind of help it. It is really scummy. Like that washer, that needs to be flattened out and made look a little bit nicer. I thought about using it for, because the jaws aren't too, use this for bending metal and tin. Like, say you had some angle iron you want to heat up and bend, or a piece of metal. Say you had some flat strap. See, this probably holds about 1 1/4 inch wide. So you had like some 1/8 flat strap metal and you want to bend it in the vise or something. Because I do it with crescent wrenches. Well, this is a little bit wider, so that's the only reason I got it to use. I will not buy a tool unless I can use it. I'm not just going to look at it. So, there's that monster thing. We'll pause here. We'll think about maybe like one more thing before we go this week. I know you're all going to get tired if I keep showing pictures of the little tractors. Oh, I have something to show you. You'll probably enjoy that. So, stay tuned and we'll bring you back for another item. Okay, just like the game show, here comes the last item up for bids. Okay, I bought the air cleaner. If you watched the air cleaner I put on the Ford, I bought it off Amazon. And it's whatever size. I think I put the dimensions in the description. Spectra. This was $7.66. I put the nut and the washer on there. And some of the complaints, it doesn't come with the wing nut. I can't read that. It's 4 inches by 2 inches. It's 4 inches. It's 2 inches high. That's just, I think, the filter, because it's actually taller. Well, the bottoms aren't polished chrome or whatever metal. Same as on the one on the truck. And here's optional. If you dig around on Amazon. Fits 1 or 2 barrel cars with 2 5/8 inch or 2 5/16 inch neck. You like see you had your little flathead motor. See you had a little 6-cylinder in a Ford or Chevy 6-cylinder. Clear back in the 50s even. I think you can get the studs. Yeah, I like this one. I gotta show this. Would you want to put these bolts together with this nut in there, have it fall apart and suck this nut down inside your engine? No, not me. I welded 2 bolts together. 2 different bolts, if you watch that video. We'll just pan around it. We really don't want to take no pictures today. You can pause, I'm sure you can read it. We'll take it out of the package. Okay, we'll take it out of the package there. It has a plastic insert, and the only way I can see where it mounts is to put a screw on it. To mount to your carburetor, see that? And they came with a little metal, rinky-dink metal screw. But I'm thinking, see, this comes out. my 16 horse Briggs on the Alice Chalmers. It's got that big old, Briggs got that big old air cleaner. Well, I'm going to make that tractor kind of what I wanted. It's not going to be orange when I'm done. See that? And then it comes with that bolt down in here. Put a washer harness in it and scratch the chrome. Ain't this cool? For under $8. Put on a lawnmower. The stud wasn't screwed in it. But I figured I'll just put the whole thing down on there. If I don't want to cut this off. I'll probably, if I have to, I'll drill the hole bigger, see? So this can go on that flange on the Briggs. I might make it smaller, so it looks cool. You know, it's mine. I can cut that flange down there. And the filter is filthy dirty on that. I don't believe it even runs. Then I'll have a nice chrome air cleaner because it sits outside of the tractor, okay? It sits kind of off from the hood. That look really cool. I mean, $8. And I thought I'd show that because somebody might want to do the same idea that I'm doing, you know, for that cheap. You know, can't complain. Better than no air filter. I don't know if you can find a name brand, but speaking of that, okay, at the end of this video I'm going to put some pictures of a battery that was in the little 60 John Deere. Okay, it's super crank or whatever. It's a picture of a guy on a riding lawnmower, and I ain't kidding you. It's orange. It looks like an Alice Chalmers or something. And this guy's wearing a, I can't even describe the kind of hat, wearing sunglasses, long sleeve shirt. I'd like to have somebody actually take that picture, and I don't know about the copyright laws, take that picture and modify it, okay, to somebody you know or something, somebody who's good at doing artwork. You can have a pretty cool picture of a guy in a little garden tractor drawing. It's like almost, you know, cartoonish looking. But look on the end of the video and I'll have pictures of that. I've got them in the computer, so I don't want to tell you I'm going to put them on there and then can't find them. But I know I have them in the computer. So you'll see a picture of a battery. I had to use it for a core charge. So I could not wait and save it till today and show it on the video, the whole battery. But I went and bought me a $30 battery at O'Reilly's. That was pretty reasonable. The next one up was like $50, and I don't need that big of a battery. This one's probably got whatever cranking amps. I'll show it sometime. This one's the size that came out of it. It's probably less cranking amps, but you're only going to start a 7-8 horse motor. I mean, I didn't need a big one. There you go. That's it for the week. I want to thank y'all for watching, and we'll look forward to you tuning in next Sunday.